The headings are always very tricky type of questions for many students. Here in this video, I'm going to show you how to attempt matching the headings, especially when they are in the first passage, because in the first passage they are a bit easier than the second and third passage. So in this uh, you know task, I'm taking a passage that deals with tea times. So from the heading, it is clear that this is something related to tea, the history, the background, how it became popular drink, like all that. So if which we should, before starting, what we have to do, we take little bit outline. Like first, the chances are that you have already drunk tea, glass tea today. Perhaps you are sipping tea. Tea originated in China, Eastern Asia. The starting of the tea means where it originated. Then the next paragraph, as our last 400 years, tea leaves became available throughout much Asia. So this is all about the tea. Now, before starting answering, we have to first of all see the headings. The first problem with list of headings is that list headings are always more in number as compared to the paragraphs. Here we have 13 headings. So let's read them and try to make some assumptions about them. The first heading is diverse drinking methods. So diverse means different. So this paragraph tells us about different methods of drinking. Limited objections means this paragraph having some objections, means some people are there who don't like of drinking tea. Today's continuing tradition in Britain and China. So there might be the discussions of tea taking methods or traditions in Britain and China, or comparison type. So there will be mentioning of Britain and China in that paragraph. Tea, a beverage of hospitality. So tea dash or hyphen. So such kind of headings are usually the introduction type headings. The first paragraph is usually the heading in the in any passage. So tea, a beverage. My perception says that this will be definitely the introduction or first paragraph. So because it introduced the topic. An important addition, tea with milk. So there will be some mentioning, like when milk added into tea, or new type of tea with milk. Tea and alcohol comparison. uh, Everyday beverage in all parts of the world. It tells us, this paragraph will tells us that tea is popular in all over the world. Tea on the move means how tea transported, or being transported, yeah, was transported. African tea, clear, this is mentioning any type of African tea. Fall in the cost of tea means a reduction in prices, something like that will be discussed in this paragraph. The value of tea, I mean importance of tea. Tea drinking in Africa means how the tea is it is drunk in Africa, what is their tradition, something like that. Hospitality among Bedouin, this is a kind of tribe or any community or something like that, that this paragraph tells us about how the Bedouin take care of their guests, or what they serve, how they serve them, something related to hospitality. This is mentioning in that paragraph. So headings we have read, 13 headings are there, and we have 8 paragraphs. So number of paragraphs are 8. Is it clearly seen, visible to you? Now paragraph F is already example, answer is 13. So we need not to see this. Let's do the paragraphs now. The first paragraph, the chances are that you have already drunk a cup or glass of tea today. Perhaps you are sipping one as you read this. Mean it says that you are reading, as we are doing reading now, so might be we are taking tea. Now, tea, now an everyday beverage in many parts of the world, has over the centuries been important part of ritual of hospitality. So tea is a very common and very popular ritual of hospitality, both in home and in wider society. So this is the first paragraph. I already told you that first paragraphs are usually the introductions related to any terminology or anything that is being discussed in the paragraph. So this paragraph is about tea time. The first paragraph will be of introduction. So heading number 4, tea, a beverage of hospitality. Beverage word is mentioned, hospitality word is mentioned. Tea means the first paragraph is telling us about tea. So this is the clear heading of paragraph A. So answer to the first paragraph is heading number 4, introduction type. Second is tea originated in China and in Eastern Asia, and making tea drinking ceremonies have been popular for centuries. Tea was first shipped, transported to Western Europe by English and Dutch maritime traders. At about the same time, a land route from Far East via Moscow to Europe was opened up. So this paragraph tells us about how the tea moved from China. China is the birthplace of tea, and how it went to other parts of. So it's about movement of the tea. So look at this heading number 8. Tea on move suits the most to paragraph B. So heading number 8 is the answer to second paragraph. Now I'm going to read paragraph C. I hope it is clear to you now. Okay. This is little bit big in size. So as over last 400 years, tea leaves became available throughout much of Asia and Europe. The tea leaves available in both continents, Asia and Europe. The ways in which tea was drunk changed, or method of taking tea also changed. Chinese considered the quality of the leaves and the ways in which they were cured all important. So Chinese give importance to the leaves. People in other cultures added new ingredients. People in other cultures added more things, like other than tea leaves and hot water. Leaves and hot water, two basics. They drank tea with milk, sugar, spices, cardamom, herbs, mint, etc. So a new additions made, and then it says that in Western Sudan, on edge of Sahara Desert, sesame oil is added. European Arab countries as well as Persia, Russia, tea was praised. So this is the topic that tells us about. Sorry, this para tells us about different methods. So heading number 1 is clear answer of paragraph C. Diverse mean different drinking methods. So it matches with paragraph C. So heading number 1 is answer to the paragraph C. Now we move to paragraph D, and it's a very small in size, good thing. While European coffee houses were frequented by men discussing politics and closing business deals, so people who used to come in Europe, coffee houses or tea houses, they love to discuss politics and business over there. And respectable middle class women stayed at home and held tea parties. And on the other hand, women used to remain at home and they organized tea parties. When the price of tea fell in 19th century, poor people took up the drink with enthusiasm. So earlier, the middle class people, or we can say high society people, used to take the tea, but when the prices fall down, then it was adopted by the middle class or lower middle class people, or poor class people also started taking tea. So different grades and the brands of tea were sold. So this is telling us that how tea moved from upper society to lower society because the cost declined. So the heading number 10, the fall in the cost, is the answer of paragraph D. Fall in the cost, any price falls down. So here I put number 10. Next is, throughout the world today, few religious groups object to tea drinking. So objection, this paragraph discuss about objections. I think we need not to read it further because we have clear cut heading over there related to objection. Some of the headings are very easy to do. So second heading, limited objections to drinking tea. It matches with E because there is no objection word written in any other heading. So we need not to put much hard work here. Answer to paragraph E is heading number 2. Now heading number F is example already given over there. So yet despite we should do it. Nomadic Bedouin are well known for tradition of hospitality in desert. Nomadic Bedouin is a tribe and they are very popular for the way they serve tea to their guests or traditions related to hospitality in the desert. So heading 13, hospitality among the Bedouin is clear heading for that paragraph. And this was our example paragraph. Example paragraph F matches with heading number 13. So it's done, already done. Now we will move to paragraph G. Paragraph G. For over 1,000 years, Arab traders have been bringing Islamic culture, including tea drinking, to northern and western Africa. So Arab traders, Arab businessmen, when they used to go to Western Africa for trade, North Africa and Western Africa for trade, they also used to carry their culture with them. Techniques of tea preparation and ceremonial involved have been adapted. So people in Africa, they adopted these traditions. In West Africa countries such as Senegal and Zambia, it is fashionable for young men to gather in small groups to brew Chinese gunpowder tea. The tea is boiled with large amounts of sugar for a long time. So these paragraphs is telling us about of how African people used to take tea. Here students can get confused with African tea, but this cannot be the heading because African tea means a type of tea that is taken in Africa, but that is not discussed in the last paragraph that I read. It clearly matches with the tea drinking in Africa. Tea drinking culture in Africa, like they mentioned that young people used to gather and add a lot of sugar and like to take the tea. So this is our heading that matches with paragraph G. So answer is number 12. Paragraph H. Tea drinking in India remains an important part of daily life. So in India, people daily take tea. The tea made entirely with milk is popular. In India, people make tea with milk. That is called chai. Chai is made by boiling milk, adding tea, sugar, and some spices. So it is telling us that new addition of milk in the tea. So we have one heading over there that is related to this. How the milky tea is made. The paragraph curiosity, the milk or water formula means this paragraph to clearly discussing us that additional feature that is tea can also be made by using milk. So heading number 5 is answer to paragraph H. An important addition, tea with milk. The last paragraph. In Britain coffee drinking, particularly in the informal atmosphere of the coffee shops, is currently in vogue. In vogue mean in fashion. The trend is in Britain, people in the coffee shop love to take coffee. Yet the convention of afternoon tea lingers. But in the afternoon, the people prefer to take tea. Lingers mean remains. So this trend is still there. At conferences, it remains common practice to serve coffee in the morning and tea in the afternoon. Conferences and meetings, the morning time the coffee is served, and the afternoon time tea. Contemporary China too remains true to its long tradition. Delegates at conferences and seminars are served tea in cups with lids to keep the infusion hot. The cups are topped up throughout the proceedings. So this is the way how the tea is taken in China. Earlier it told us about how the tea is taken in Britain. So Britain and China's methods of or traditions of taking tea has been discussed in this. So answer is I to heading number 3. Okay, so in this way we have done all our headings. I hope that you understood whatever I tried to teach you and enjoyed. Please share this video with your other friends, near and dear ones, who are also facing some problems in list of headings. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.